April, thank you. After 17 seasons, nearly 20,000 guests, Dr. Phil is celebrating his 3,000th episode. From couples on the brink of divorce to those battling addiction to out-of-control teens battling just about everyone, Dr. Phil has seen it all. So he is joining us live this morning in anticipation of his 3,000th show. Hard to wrap the mind around, Dr. Phil. Congratulations, first off. And can you even remember back to the Dr. Phil who was a guest on Oprah as a regular segment, maybe being talked in a little bit to launching your own show?
Boy, that's a long time ago, I have to say. I spent 5 years on Oprah and now our 18th season here, so we're coming up on 23 years. But in a sense, it seems like it went by in a flash. But you're right, today, 3,000 episodes, and we look all the way back to 2002 when we started, and we have some guests that were on in that year. Their parents brought them on as terrible twos that were destroying the house and destroying their lives. And we have those 2-year-olds back on today where they're now grown up with kids of their own and in college. And we have them watch their tapes from when they were 2 years old, and it is hilarious for them to sit and watch them because they've turned out so great in their lives. It's really fun.
Full circle, probably thanks to their godfather, Dr. Phil. I'm sure for you, Dr. Phil, you look exactly the same, so it's kind of confusing to look back and you can't tell what's then and what's now, right?
Well, listen, that's the good thing. That's the one good thing about being bald. You look the same every year. Just put a little color in your hair and just keep going.
I got to ask you, can anything shock you nowadays? I mean, you have just heard and seen it all.
Well, you know, Olivia, about the time I say that, I walk out there and go, no, I haven't. Because I'll think I've seen it all, and then somebody will show up and I go, wow, people have invented new ways to get off in the ditch. So I quit saying that a long time ago, but as I look back over these 20,000 guests, some of them are so memorable. Like today, you might remember the anorexia twins that we had on, identical twins that were both anorexic, and they're like 70 pounds apiece on death's door. I mean, these girls' organs were shutting down. And their parents could not get through to them, so they brought them to me and said, please try to get through to these girls. I did the best I could. They actually did hear me, and now we follow up with them years on. Both of them have gained over 40 pounds, back to completely normal weight. One of them's a general manager at a restaurant. The other one's pursuing a career as an EMT and then medical school afterwards. They have active lives. They're fun, vibrant, energetic young women. It's just so gratifying to see years on how what you've done has had an impact. So it was great to see so many of the guests that we had today.
Oh, that is awesome. It's got to still, after all of this time, feel really good when you're able to believe that person at the end of the episode when they're saying, okay, I'm going to listen to you and I'm going to take your advice.
Well, you know, so many of the letters I get say, Dr. Phil, we're desperate. You're our last hope. I'm thinking, my God, will somebody ever write me first instead of last? And they just can't seem to get through to them. So when they finally do say, okay, I hear you, I take your advice, I'll make the change, I'll get out of the situation or whatever, it really is very gratifying, because if they've heard you, then you know that lots of people at home have heard you too. And that's really what it's all about. These guests are teaching tools, hoping to impact all the millions of people that are at home watching.
And the trickle-down effect is obvious. Dr. Phil, congratulations on many years of success, many more in the future, and we're big fans of yours here on Good Morning Arizona. Happy to air your show on 3TV. Thank you.